Hey guys, Trav here. Yo, yo, yo. I just want to make sure. Okay, that looks like the volume's set pretty good. Yeah, I wanted to do a late night stream. It's 9:35 p.m. here in Vancouver, Canada. I know a lot of you don't get to join us for our regularly scheduled. I'm a little bit high on the ganja. Our regularly scheduled live streams. But yeah, I felt the urge to play a little bit of Starcraft 2, and yeah, I thought we would go live, and I wanted to say hi to you guys, and feel free to ask me anything when you stop by. Make sure you drop a like. Drop a like when you guys get in the room. I can hardly. Oh, I think I muted the game. I can give us a little bit of sound here. Let's see. I think that's okay. There we go. Then we can hear the epic orchestrations. We're going to be playing the minigame Nexus Wars, which is a lot of fun. It's like a tug-of-war unit building game. I'm going to send out the invite. I'm telling the Discord server that I am live on YouTube and that they should come troll me in the chat. If they don't show up, they're a bunch of pussies. Why isn't that logged in? Do I have Facebook logged in here? No, I don't. Ugh, that's frustrating. That's right. What up, Frog? Welcome, welcome. Fuck. Troll the shit out of me. This better be the best Pangburn roast that has ever seen the light of day. I'm a little bit high, to be honest. Let's see how my Nexus Wars skills are affected by this. What up, Conrad? Nice to see you. I'm glad you got the notification this time. I got your message. Yeah, we'll see. We'll be live for a while here. It's 5:38 a.m. for you. Okay, 9:40 for me. All right, let's fucking. Oh, this is split level. I haven't played in a while. Oh, okay. All right, Red, let's go. I'll definitely keep an eye on the chat. Feel free to ask me anything. Again, I'm looking for those trolls. Let's go. Wow, we're all in different time zones here. Someone's spamming because this fucking guy's AFK. Whoa, where's this other guy? Oh, I guess it's... Oh, okay, yeah, Red. Okay, Red was just a little late to the party there. I think I'm actually going to go for an early Immortal here. So basically, there's a Nexus building on either side of the map here. I think you guys can see the mini-map. Yeah, you can down here. Bottom left corner. And you're trying to win the unit composition battle in this tug-of-war fashion where the units just keep auto-generating and they bash into each other at the center of the map. So you're just trying to win that tug-of-war so that you eventually kill the other team's Nexus building. I mean, where did my board? Oh, okay. There. I'm a little bit rusty. I have six games played since I got the new computer. But these are only like, you know, usually 15-minute games, so. 3-3 though, not bad. What up, Joseph? Does your mouth know that you're wrong? What do you guys, what is your updated take on the Russia-Ukraine war? What do you guys think? I know a lot of you are Jordan Peterson and Sam Harris fans. Have you guys generally agreed with their recent takes on the war or in anything they've said recently? Do you find yourself disagreeing with one or the other more? Slap down an immortal right there. Oh, we're in trouble. Let's go, guys. Oh yeah, we can micro this. Oh, we threw down a cannon. Okay. I'm kind of on a useless team here, so I have an immortal right now, but they're screwed. Wow. Who just left? Oh, they already rage quit. Wow. Oh, looks like it's going to be a quick first victory. Oh yeah, this is over. That building goes down, this is over. Oh yeah, these guys are... Keep building though, just in case. Oh yeah, blue quit.
Yep. Yeah, whatever.
You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals.
I'm going.
If you guys haven't joined our Discord community, please do. I'm going to give you guys an invite here. We have daily voice chats and debates about different topics. We're always open to hearing the topic you want to talk about. But yeah, we have a great community there. Hey, Kaylee. I'm going to pin that one. There we go. What up, what up? Say hello when you get into the room. Let's get some chats going. We should talk about how you all are feeling now about the Russia-Ukraine war. Has your mind been changed on certain aspects?
What's going on? Yeah, whatever.
Are you frustrated with all of the Putin apologists that we seem to have? I mean, we don't have a ton, but we have some in the Western world. Or are you one of those Putin apologists? We want to hear from you on Starcraft episode Game Night with Travis Pangburn in the style of Fateh.
Well, butter my biscuit. Roger.
or in the style of Andy, or indeed the style of Nivik, or in the style of Bruce, or in the style of Doolittle.
I'm going.
Well, just it's. I was gonna try another one. I don't think I can do that one right now.
Butter by a biscuit.
Hold on. It's gonna be like in the style of Scott.
Gotcha.
It's gonna be in the style of Jordan. Welcome to the Waking Up. Welcome to the Waking Up podcast. This is Sam Harris. Okay, it's gonna be in the style of Sam. Da, 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 da.
We hear you. Well,
Drop a like if you
with the gear.
love humanity. Also drop a like if you loathe humanity.
You scared me.
This guy's actually trying to turn this around. This game is not over.
What's going on?
That means I'm going like just
Bad news?
pumping the immortals out down here. Try and force it. Oh yeah, this is gonna turn already.
You're the boss. Yo.
Immortals are so overpowered in this game. Oh yeah. Yeah, this guy's gonna a sea of these things coming. Yeah, he's not gonna get arrow fast enough, I don't think. Although if he does,
It's your dime. Gotcha. We hear you.
yeah, he's pretty good. Ooh. Oh, I think that cannon went down too. This guy's doing making a really good effort. Like, MLG Frog, the world's most intelligent man. Yeah, highest intelligent quotient. Actually, I think Marilyn Vos Savant has higher, doesn't she? I'm pretty sure she does, and she still lives as a journalist.
You have not enough minerals.
But maybe you meant like man.
What's going on?
You require my skill. Research complete.
Come on, smash that cannon. There we go. Good. Oh, he finally quit. Black's still trying.
You have not enough minerals.
Yeah, no, I mean, a high intelligence quotient doesn't mean you're not going to find reasonable justification to believe in the existence of a god. I would say that that's a sign of, lack of wisdom in Chris Langan. Of course, I'd have to look at what he's defining as God. I still think it's it may be a mark of a lack of wisdom if he is, reconceptualizing something like energy or, meta space-time as God, One lane. Okay, we'll queue for that game. Take a look. Are you guys behaving? Yeah. What up, Mace? May Starwalk in the house. I want to hear Mace. Are you playing Rome 2? So, Frog, you must be... I think you said what you're... Nathaniel, someone's saying, have you played Valorant? No, I haven't actually, Nathaniel. My younger brother's been playing Elden Ring. I've been hearing great things about it. I was a huge fan of Skyrim, and I heard there's some similarities, so I'll definitely be playing that. I've seen plenty of Travis in my lifetime. None of them end well. Travis ES. Conrad says religion has nothing to do with intelligence. Religious people simply want to hope. Yeah, I think there might be some correlative data between, like, you know, the likeliness of holding a God belief, or at least a traditional God belief, as your intelligence quotient goes above a certain point. I think there might be some data that we have on that, but you know, I don't know. I just remember reading about it one time, and I was like, more of a edgelord, neckbeard atheist. I mean, I'm still a neckbeard. I don't want to be kicked out of that group.
Yes, sir. Will do. Woo-hoo. Overtime.
Yeah, of course I'm going Protoss. What do these guys think? It's my first game?
It's your
Come on,
time.
guys!
Yep.
Down.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sure thing. I'm going. You're the boss. Yep. Yeah, whatever.
Oh, how do I change my builder again? I think it's that builder. Oh, how do I remember that? Oh, all I need is 10 wins for the next one. Oh, 1650 rating. Oh, okay, then I can... I'm actually close to that. Then I can use that Brock guy.
Gotcha. Will do. Sure thing. Big job, huh?
What up, guys? Say hello in the chat. Saturday night, get down, get deeper and down, get down, get deeper and down. Tell me, who can name the artist behind that song?
Sure thing. Yes, sir.
I'll
Yep.
give you a whole penny if you can.
Ah, you scared me. Big job, huh?
God, why is this guy? Ooh,
The buttermouth.
why does this guy care about sentries?
Yeah, whatever.
Do I sometimes troll in the Starcraft team chat? Yes, I do. man. Kill that Hydra. Yeah. Then I'm gonna have an immortal coming out right now. Here's my immortal. Oh no, I have no support. Can we keep him alive? No, we can't. I need to take this out. Whoa. Man, these guys are, I had to nuke there. It's okay. I think I think they did make a mistake. We are getting pushed here, though. This is, I don't know what these other guys are building, to be honest. Like, I see we got tanks coming. Let's save this guy's building if we can. What? That guy left? Wow, those are their mutilisks? I thought our guy went, what? No, okay.
I'm going. Roger.
We actually turned that around. That was. Now we need a bit of anti-air. Okay, that was nasty. We're way behind on income. God, this Mortensen guy is such a pussy. He left like right when things got tough. All right.
It's your dime.
No, I don't want that. I want this.
Woo-hoo! Overtime. Bad news.
Yeah, no, the PC is for it's for video editing. I could play this game on like
Yeah.
you know, like my old Dell laptop. Definitely. That's a lot of immortals. Yeah, they needed to nuke there. Yeah, for live streaming as well, because we got there's going to be a lot more live streamed programming coming from Pangburn.
You scared me. Sure thing.
It's going to be on different, different platforms, so there's going to be a lot coming out. So there'll be there's going to be a weekly broadcast schedule posted. More info on that soon. Yeah, we should. I don't think we're gonna need a nuke here.
Yo,
So
I'm going.
that's just fantastic. Well, maybe we will. We'll see. Another cannon. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah.
This is looking pretty good. Ooh. Hey, you idiots. Over here. Yeah. Good. No nuke. Save the nuke. Huge. Should probably transition to air now.
Go ahead.
Actually, I'll get my 450 pylon next.
Ah, you scared me.
Now that you said that, Frog, it will only be Pangburn Gaming now, and I'm going to force you to sit here and watch it.
Go ahead.
Yikes. They've kind of turned us around here. This is a little wild.
You have not enough minerals.
How are they getting so many kills? Oh, the lack of anti-air here.
Will do.
You know what? I'm gonna just flood them with.
Yeah, whatever. It's your dime.
Oh, okay. Orange has some coming too. That's good.
Yeah.
And I guess I probably should start bringing in the big guns. Ooh.
I'm going. It's your dime. Sure thing.
Alright, we'll get a good mix here.
Ah, you scared me.
Research complete.
There, okay. Committed some troops to air defense.
Well, butter my biscuit.
now for the big guns. There we go.
Sure thing. You're the boss. We'll butter my biscuit.
All right. Now we got to push on these guys. Conrad, yeah, there's a lot in the works for
Will do.
future Pangburn events right now. We're going to be announcing one very soon for Toronto that I'm really excited about.
It's your dime. You're the boss.
Someone very famous is joining the Celebration of Science and Reason tour, so that's exciting.
Yeah, whatever. We'll butter my biscuit.
Yeah, these guys are too bottlenecked. They got nothing on the ground.
Overtime.
I think this will probably be an easy victory.
Gotcha. Yes, sir.
Maybe not. We'll see.
It's your dime.
Yeah, drop a like when you get in, guys. Say hello. Introduce yourself. Join us on Discord. The pinned message in the comment section is our Discord link to our Discord server.
Gotcha.
If you're not familiar with Discord, voice and text chat software where we come together and have daily discussions about life, science, philosophy, art, you name it.
I'm going.
But yeah, we have an awesome motley crew of dudes and dudettes and whoever else on the Discord server. It's become quite the group of friends we have, I have to say. These guys are doing a good job, damn. Gonna have to start upgrading soon here.
It's your dime.
We don't have Zerg, do we? No. Oh, we do, yes. The Scourge.
We hear you. Yep.
Alright. I'm gonna leave this mix for now. Let's get these guys synced.
Bad news.
Nuclear launch detected.
Damn, they nuked again. Well, they got ghosts. Wait. Do we not have enough detection? Do we not have any detection? Or... Fuck.
Ah, you scared me. We hear you.
Nuclear launch detected.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
We need detection out there. Orange, you have the extra pylon. Let's go.
Big job, huh?
Nuclear launch detected. Unacceptable.
You scared me.
Oh, fuck.
Woo-hoo. Overtime.
Sorry, guys. I'll get to the chat. I am, it's turned into quite the battle here.
Move it.
There we go.
In the rear with the... What's going on? We hear you.
Yeah, we started this
Go
game
ahead.
really behind.
Roger.
I'm actually going to get out.
I'm going.
Yeah, I'm going to get out a hero right away here. Most of you are probably like, what the fuck is this game?
Hit me. Can do.
Alright, I just got my hero, my
I'm wasting
Odin.
away. What's going on? Ah! You scared me.
Upgrade complete.
Alright, next one. I'm going to upgrade this. Gotta do it.
Upgrade complete.
Hit me.
Let's drop that nuke. I gotta try and hit this friggin' oh, I thought they would move forward a bit. Partially connected.
Oh. Can do. Go ahead.
Upgrade complete.
Gotcha.
Upgrade complete. Nuclear launch detected.
Just getting all my upgrades done here.
In the rear with the gear.
Upgrade complete.
Man, they're pushing back here. I don't know if they're upgrading on their end. They should be.
Upgrade complete.
Oh, come on, give me 500. Wow, we have separated.
Nuclear launch detected. Upgrade complete.
Fix me up, will ya?
Upgrade complete.
I'm wasting away.
Oh, wow. Those Scourge are doing amazing work. I need a second monitor so I can see chat while this thing's full screen.
Upgrade complete. Upgrade complete.
pink dildo behind me? Why is there a pink dildo behind you on the table near the globe? I'm wondering what you're looking at. What blot? Oh man. Naked chicks or something? Someone's promoting naked chicks on this. Wait, did one of our guys leave? Oh no, they didn't. Sorry, I got behind on my upgrades there. Yeah, we're kind of dominating out there. Yeah. Oh. Huge.
You have not enough minerals. Nuclear launch detected.
Yeah, I don't know if these guys are going to turn this around.
In the rear with the gear.
Upgrade complete. Nuclear launch detected.
Well fought. That's a GG. Well, they lost one only. They might not all quit.
Upgrade complete. Nuclear launch detected.
Might as well get my hero up there. Oh, they're losing their heroes. Man, they needed mother cores.
Upgrade complete. Nuclear launch detected.
They basically have these kamikaze planes flying in, and they got nothing to slow them down, and they're just crushing their really expensive big ships here. If they would have built mother cores,
Upgrade complete.
then they could have slowed that down.
I hear you.
Nuclear launch.
Too late. Now they're dead. I'm gonna drop a nuke right on them. Oh shit. Oh shit, they're releasing. Uh-oh. They're releasing the dogs. They were holding back the Ultralisks, but it's too late. Boom, nuke drops. I'm just gonna walk this hero right up there. Boom. Sniping buildings. Ooh, I'm gonna use my super gun. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, so devastating. So tragic. Oh, I'm such a dick. Oh, I'm so bad. You can't hurt my hero. Oh, she's done. Hero going down. Boom. Kerrigan. Done. Ha 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 ha. They're trying to chase me down. They got nothing. That was it. It's going to be another victory. Ooh, I don't want to get killed. I want my hero to survive. It's much more frustrating. See that? Boom, boom. I'm going to go through your guys' questions between or comments. Maybe there are none. Another victory. Nice. There's another one lane starting up. Oh. That's not one lane, is it? Oh, it is. So Mace, the object is to you're building buildings that are just auto-generating units. So it's basically a tug-of-war chess game, kind of. Don't you just hate those guns that say GG like 5 minutes before the game actually finishes? Yeah, but that's more. It's so satisfying for those when you're on the receiving end of that, and then you turn the game around and just come back to crush them. Then you just write in true Canadian fashion, GGA. These are the things I love about existence. Anyone else who's hanging out, try to keep Mace company. He's hanging out in the chat. He's lonely. He's looking for a good time. Ladies, he's got a deep voice. He's got a British accent. A boyish look about him. He's tall. One lady recently said, and this is a direct quote. Well, actually not direct. I can't quite remember the quote. But the deepness of his voice does something to her panties. I can't remember exactly what. Mace, do you recall?
We hear you. Roger. Yeah.
Let's see my team's records. Whoa. All of them have losing records except me. Uh-oh. Although, everyone on the other team has losing records as well.
It's your dime.
So maybe that means I will be able to dominate this game. Should I switch up the strategy? Okay, yeah, for fun. Let's go more standard.
You have not enough minerals.
Hear me. Yes, sir. Yep.
All right. We got Terran, Protoss.
Moving. I'm going. Sure thing.
You're going Terran Bio? Eh. Okay.
Big job, huh?
I wish he wasn't going Bio, but that's okay.
Bad news.
What do we got here? Lots of sentries pushing.
You're the boss.
I mean, it makes most sense to go Immortals, but
Yo. It's your dime. In the rear with the gear.
yeah, I kind of want to. Actually, no, I'm gonna go Colossus so you guys can see Colossus. They're fucking awesome. They do make me build a immortal first.
Huh?
It's okay.
Gotcha. Yeah, whatever.
Wow, this initial tug of war is pretty even. I'll play Zerg. I'll switch up the race. We'll go Zerg next round.
Yep. Yeah. It's your dime. What's going on?
Eight. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, everyone bully Mace. Bully. Mace sounds like an imperial English colonist, which turns ladies on because he's going to colonize their body. Oh, yeah. What? Did someone leave?
Sure thing.
No, they didn't. Did they? No, they didn't. We're good. I was going to say, I think this is... Oh, they're fucking around. Wow, I fell for it, too.
Well, butter my biscuit. Yeah, whatever. We hear you.
Okay, starting off, they have a much better build.
Yep.
Seeing a lot of Marines
Well,
there.
butter my biscuit.
You know what? That's actually... I'm going to get a Storm Assassin out there.
In the rear with the gear.
Attack. Let's go. Focus the tank. Here comes my immortal. Heal it. Oh, damn. That went down fast. Good, focus. Yeah, good. Everyone's focusing on the tank. That's good. We probably didn't need a nuke there, but... See this guy of mine? He's going to be throwing lightning clouds above units. It's really good for killing these little Marines and smaller bio units. Glyven.
Job, huh?
You have not enough minerals.
I'm going to throw one more Storm Assassin out there.
Well, butter my biscuit.
I almost do, like...
Bad news?
Yeah, I mean, Colossus... Yeah, we'll go Colossus. I need to get a pylon up first. My storm missed. That storm hit. Nice. Boom. Oh, they're building right into my Colossus. As long as they don't all of a sudden rush air. Well, this is just, they're begging me to build it, so. Yeah. Oh, they're going to try and... Well, Looks like they're going to try and defend with these cannons. I don't... Oh, they added one. No, they nuked anyway. Now someone's going to be mad. Hang on. Lol. Super nuke. Super special. Let's see if we can get them all triggered. Speaking of triggered, here comes the Colossus. Oh, this is gonna be yummy for my Colossus to just eat up.
In the rear with the gear.
I think I'm gonna... Yeah, so I stopped the build. I'm gonna wait to unveil that Colossus are coming. Because then they'll probably just like change up their build. I want to get one more. So that, and then I want to upgrade their lenses. You can give them an upgrade to give them extended lenses, which allows them to strike at a way further distance. Okay. Now we sync them. Now they're going to come out at the same time. Then when we have 200 minerals, we will upgrade. Do they have air coming? No, they're still on the ground. Wow. I should be able to slice right through this this army and turn this around. Their push, I mean. Okay, here they come. Look at these beauties. Boom. Oh, yeah.
Research complete.
Okay, research complete. Let's sync these up again. And we're going to watch these guys. Oh, should I do it? Okay, I'm going to get greedy. I'm going to...
Will do.
I'm going to give them one upgrade for their first ground attack, or maybe two. Okay, they'll at least have one.
Upgrade complete.
Oh, I need more support units. Oh no, this might be okay. Boom, 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 boom. Need more help, need more support, need more support. Okay, the first round did very good. Okay, so we're gonna have two upgrades quickly here. Oh, it's getting away with shooting. Nothing's hitting it. Oh, it sliced through everything. Oh, that was just pimp, okay? Alright, I gotta focus on income here. They're gonna not know that I've upgraded early. Nice. See, these ghosts that they have that are sniping at me, they're just getting sliced up by my Colossus. Now we have 3 in a row going here. Like, that's just... There's nothing you can do about it. It's just... It's a thing of beauty. Look at them, they're just getting fried. They're getting their first snipe off, which is... Whoa. Points. All the points. Alright. Just gonna upgrade my one. They'll have to nuke this for sure. Wow, are they really gonna try to... Oh, they're not going to be able to hold that. They don't know that I've upgraded. Ah, that's what's going on here. They normally would have been able to hold that. Okay, they had to nuke. Awesome. Now, do I go for my 900 income? I think so. There goes it. I mean, the Colossus are just going to work again. This is devastating to watch from their perspective. Just frying. Oh, this is a good cluster here. Man, that's gonna get turned around. You know what I'm gonna do instead? I'm just gonna push these ground weapons up.
Big job, huh?
Upgrade complete.
I'm way ahead in the upgrade schedule. But I also should get more.
Upgrade complete.
Yeah, buildings cost resources to build, and your resources get updated. You get some every I think it's 15 seconds or 20 seconds.
Big job, huh? I'm going.
Okay.
Big job, huh?
I'm probably gonna have to nuke next. I hope he's going. All right, you're pushing back.
Ah, you scared me. Yo. Move it.
Oh, just sizzling. Oh, just sizzling. Look at that. Those +3s are all the kills. Oh, those extended thermal lenses on the Colossus are just like, oh, melting through that armor. Epic.
Gotcha. Roger. We hear you. Yeah.
Oh, they're there again. Damn.
Sure thing.
Oh, shit.
In the rear with the gear.
That's in my nuke.
I'm going. Gotcha.
I mean, if it's even needed, like, we might turn this around. Here comes the Colossus again to do the work. Boom. Oh man, that is devastating to watch.
Well, butter my biscuit. I'm going.
All right.
Nuclear launch detected. Nuclear launch detected.
Bad news? Hear ya. Move it.
All right, let's get our next income up.
Your allies' base is besieged.
Bad news?
Upgrade complete.
All right, upgrade quick here. Let's get air up.
You have not enough. Upgrade complete. Your allies' base is besieged. Upgrade complete.
Go ahead.
Upgrade complete. Nuclear launch detected.
There we go. Now we're cooking. I got Colossus and Tempest. We're better than cooking here.
Upgrade complete.
It's all fun and games until you lose. But I think we will win this one. Making us undefeated.
Go ahead.
We're gonna get a hero on the field. Heroes have these, they all have different abilities. There's different kinds of heroes. Wow, they're kind of pushing us back here. Maybe I spoke too soon. No, don't make that. We don't have enough anti-aero here, damn it. Alright, we're cannoning up. This is looking a little, there's some nasty here.
Upgrade complete.
Job, huh? Woo-hoo! Overtime. I'm going.
cruising this. Come on, give me.
Be back into the fight. What's going on? Big job, huh?
Unacceptable command. Nuclear launch detected. Nuclear launch.
All right, we're almost fully transitioned here.
Big job, huh? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I should do it.
Upgrade complete.
All right, we're maxed out on like the highest tech unit in this game, I would say. All
Go
right.
ahead.
Your allies' base is besieged.
Plowed away with a fucking nuke? Hell yeah. I'm gonna get a second hero out here. Man, these guys are trying hard. Alright.
Upgrade complete.
I'm heavy measure.
Nuclear launch detected.
Come on, let's target that hero, you guys. Alright.
Nuclear launch detected.
Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna add
Upgrade complete.
we're gonna add mother cores because they're sending their kamikaze units to just absolutely.
Complete.
I'm gonna throw at least a couple of mother cores in there. Alright, heroes to the front lines. Here we go. Boom, boom, boom. How many nukes did they just drop? I gotta get healed here. Jesus. I don't think I've met a team of tryhards that we're playing against here quite like these guys. I like it. This might be the most challenging match I've had in a long time in this game. Yeah, we're gonna drop a nuke right there. To allow us to push. Boom! Not many units.
Upgrade complete.
Okay, now I have a buildup of ships here. Much better.
Nuclear launch
Whew.
detected.
good. We're pushing. Sorry if anyone's asked a question. I need to keep my eyes on this. I think we're actually good now. Come to the Discord, pussy. Here, let me, are you guys on Discord right now?
Man, I'd put a hole in the wall
What up,
if I was
guys?
trying to do what you're doing.
We're live right
Oh, are
now,
you
by
still
the way.
watching it?
I'm just going to jump up to the live hangout for anyone that wants to chill with me while I play. I'm going to want to turn down this. Okay, we're still pushing. So eventually, after a certain amount of time, they're going to kill all of the heroes who have special abilities, and then it'll just go down to an absolute tug of war.
So, Starcraft.
How's it going? I'll share my screen so that you can. Actually, no, you can. I think it's better if people watch on YouTube if they want to watch. What's up, man? When's the last time you played StarCraft, or did you ever?
It's last time I remember was on like the 64. It was
What? There was
really
StarCraft for
shitty.
64?
Yeah, it was
Oh,
like some really. It didn't have everything, but it
Yeah,
was
dude.
still really good.
Yeah,
I was a Zerg main.
nice. I remember that.
Something about just overwhelming someone with a million tiny guys is really fun.
With Zerglings?
Yeah, just absolute, like, nothing they can do, just too many.
Total
That's the
evisceration. Love it. I want to catch some of their heroes in these nukes. Oh yeah, they might. Am I going to hit them? Push forward a little bit. Nah, I just hit their units. But it's still good nukes. A lot of nukes flying. Man.
New one is crazy. There's so much happening. You can't even.
Which one?
The one you're playing right now. It's
it is a lot, but it's a pretty basic game. Like, you build units on one side of the map, and the other team's doing the same thing, and it just auto generates on a time on a timer, and then kill. Oh, never mind. Oh, okay. They got more. I'm seeing more Ultralisk out here. Back up, back up, back up. Almost lost a hero there. All right, one more Odin. Let's do it. What's been on your mind, Dal? Your existential self.
Oh, we were just talking about Eastern religion and why it has a weird effect on us Western people because it like
A lot of the things are counterintuitive to the things we've been kind of told about religion.
yeah, that, and they have different assumptions,
Right.
different definitions of things, and so
Yeah.
and a Christian, like, it hits a Christian a lot different than it does an atheist, and atheists tend to be more accepting, like atheists
Right.
and Buddhists.
Yeah,
get
because
along. So we were
people who believe these are human, creations, constructs, are going to have a lot easier time accepting that another human culture will come up with a different religious idea, right? What's the most attractive Eastern religion to you?
I mean, my favorite is Taoism. That's why
Yeah.
I call myself a Taoist.
And what do you like? What is it about Taoism that does it for you?
It most clearly and concisely communicated its ideas. Like Hinduism is great, but it's very metaphorical. And
Right.
even the first, like the Tao Te Ching, was very metaphorical, and so I didn't quite get it. But the second one was a lot more literal,
Mm-hmm.
to the point that it was confusing. It was almost nonsense because they were trying to be as literal as possible.
Right.
And reading that was really difficult, but it kind of broke it open, and then I could understand the metaphors more. And once I started doing that, I realized, like, oh, we've always talked about the same thing. We just flavor it differently.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And so I'm kind of in that. Hold on, I have a phone call.
Yeah. Yeah. Let my nuke hit him. Battle of the heroes here. I really want to catch these guys with my nuke and then walk right into it. Walk right into it. Come on, come on, come on. Do it, do it. Oh, no. I thought they might turn around and do that. Still gonna. Yeah, I see them there. I see them there. Let's nuke again. Yeah, target him right. This guy right here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, nuke's gonna drop. Nuke's gonna drop. Ah, they got away. Back up. Now we get to the micro game. This has been such an even game. Unbelievable. I think that's... wow. Gonna get a fourth hero here? That rarely happens. You said he had a phone call, Dow? Okay. I don't know if Dow's still there. Oh, Battle of the Heroes right here. Back up, back up, back up. I need heals. Look out. I need heal badly. Oh yeah, I can see Dell up in my top left corner. What am I doing? His headphones are on.
Bad news? Got something for me?
Nuclear launch detected.
No problem.
Final boss used to nuke. Oh, I got nukes. Come on, come on, turn back, turn back. Oh, they did. Man. Those Thors are going at it. Oh, we're pushing him back. And second in kills on my team. There must be a time limit here. Like, I haven't had a long game like this in so long.
Nuclear launch detected.
Maybe I'm going to go for a Zero tool. 16,000 it's going to take? Why? That's a lot. Alright. Pretty much healed. I'm gonna save my nukes for their doorstep here. Getting very close. They missed my heroes. Drop those nukes on them. Oh yeah. Uh-oh. Gonna lose a hero. No, I didn't. Lucky. That was a good push, though. We needed that. No time to heal. I might have to sacrifice this guy. I just really wanted to take out their cannons. Man. Guy sits down for a casual game of Nexus Wars. And this is what he gets. I tell ya. Snoop that shit. Yes. Boom, 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 boom. Good job. It's a worthy sacrifice if I lose him here. All my Odins are hurting here. Oh, look out. That's what's called putting in the work. No one deserves to lose this match. Boom. Bombard him, bombard him, bombard him. Can do it. Oh, shit. They all survived. There's no way that just happened. I'm going to try and get them here with these nukes. Please, I need the heroes to walk right into them here. Ah. Gonna need a break after this. This game's blowing my mind. Wow, they're pushing us back. This is insane. And okay, okay, 65-minute game. All units and heroes have been removed. Heroes no longer trainable. Well, I'm glad I built Tempest. I don't know about this guy's stalkers. Jesus.
You scared me. Gotcha. Bad news? Yes, sir.
This is crazy. Yeah, you normally don't get like a full-on game that goes right to the final moment here.
All right, I'm back.
Yo, yo. That was a long phone call. Serious stuff.
No, it was like, this is like, I miss you. Just that sort of.
Yeah, yeah. Nice. So yeah, Eastern philosophy. What are some of the things that you notice? Because I know you talk about this a lot. What are some of the things you notice, like misconceptions people have about Eastern philosophies? Like the things that you notice are kind of the main differences that people don't just seem to get. I mean, maybe that's a tough question, just off the.
Well,
cuff, but-
there's kind of a lot of them, but at the same time, like nothing is over everyone's heads. I
Yeah.
think some Westerner somewhere has got, and there's a lot of stuff like there's a big conception or a big idea within certain maybe Protestant Christian spaces that if you non-theistic religion isn't even religion, and so they will like deny Taoist or Buddhist at existing as a
Right,
religion. Like,
right.
it's not even the same thing.
Right.
And atheists will do that sometimes too. They'll just be like, "Well, that's not even what I'm talking about when I say, you know,
Yeah.
non-God." And then, uh, there's other ideas, like specific ideas are often thing. Like in Taoism, there's a concept of Wu Wei, or in Buddhism, it might be non doing or just sitting. Depends on
Yeah.
what area you're in. But the idea a lot of the time is like a letting things happen, like a let it, instead of having this free will narrative where you're this
Yeah.
agent who's actively trying to do things, control
Yeah.
things. You kind of let yourself naturally do what you would do
Mm.
without this narrative
Right.
pushing you along.
Right.
And I think that is often misconstrued as like a laziness. Like
Right.
you're just kind of
Right.
ignoring your problems.
Mm. Yeah, like the Western idea of like taking your taking your problems head on, right? And if you're not doing that, there's something wrong, right?
Yeah, well, like a lot of these things aren't antithetical to any of that. They're more like
Right.
allow yourself to take the problem in whatever way
Right.
you would handle it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas, yeah, or a lot of the times, a certain sect of, like in Hinduism, a certain sect is generally seen as what Hinduism is.
Right.
Like,
Right.
and Hinduism's so vast, like trying
Sure.
to say what it is kind of not really possible in one sense, anyway, because it's so many
Too many
different
gods
things.
to keep track of.
Yeah, and too many philosophies to
Right.
organize the gods.
Yeah.
Because some of them are dualistic. Some Hindus believe that each of these gods exist independently as a humanoid creature making decisions somewhere. And then there are some that are like, no, everything is Brahma and
Right.
just an expression of the one true thing.
I mean, yeah. I mean, one fundamental rule. Everything's born out of that. Sounds like Stephen Wolfram.
Um, I don't even know what Stephen Wolfram is anymore, because he's like, he's almost like chasing Ouroboros, it seems, because he'll be like, I'm after the one fundamental rule, and that one fundamental rule is a space of all possible rules.
Right. Right.
And so it's almost like he's like keeps gaining randomness out of uh, whatever the opposite of randomness
Yeah.
is.
See what I think Stephen Wolfram is looking for. He's looking for like what's at the fundamental basis of a state of potential. What are its properties? And that's kind of what I brought up when I was chatting with him. Was, you know, okay, yeah, this fundamental space that has a basic rule in operation that is simple. You know, the dream, like 1 inch, physics equation. The artist formerly known as theory of everything, that we could, that all things are come from, all things are made of. Yeah, what are the properties of that state of potential? I mean, I think that it's really all things possible, I guess.
Yeah, it's hard to say what's even possible at that level, because the space of all possible things include, like, it's possible none of them are possible, and it's possible that
Sure.
both none and all of them are possible at
So
the same time.
yeah,
So
and
kinda-
and it all depends on, okay, we finally won this game. Jesus Christ, this was like this was over an hour game.
I don't know.
No, don't vote kick anyone. So, yeah, when I say possible, I mean things that anything that is possible. you know?
So like, do you mean logically possible? Possible within a
No, I just
framework,
mean
or
actually. Like in reality, everything that is possible in reality would emerge from this state of potential, or Wolfram's field, right?
yeah, or whatever is possible. See, I mean, I tend to think it's always in a framework, even if it's the just a linguistic possible. But I think I get what you mean. Like, it's just hard to say, because if what is possible is only material, then there, like, someone might take this and agree with it, but carry
Well,
in their
uh,
preconceived
I
notion of
I
what
th-
is possible.
I think we already have evidence of metaphysical things that aren't material, right? I mean, they're of material. Uh,
Yeah, it's kind of hard to say that they're kind of the same thing almost. Like, what is material even? Like, are atoms material? How are we defining material?
I think matter. I think, like, you know,
Because matter and atoms are just emergent from some more fundamental
yeah.
stuffs.
And we were talking about this last night, like this idea of, like, it is possible that reality is infinitely reductionistic, right? Like, and I know that it seems insane that reality would be that way, but reality doesn't owe us an ape logic explanation, right? We should, you know, there are things we need to consider, and I know people like Michio Kaku and others, like, they want to find they want to find this, like, meta theory of everything, not just a theory of physics that that is absent infinity, right? I think we could make some pretty good models already based on what we know if we invoke the infinity concept, but a lot of mathematicians feel that this is a cop out. I think it's a wrong way to think about it.
Yeah, I'd sort of agree. I think we're playing within an idea space, and the reality includes this idea space and more. So if we're trying to explain everything, and we have certain things we know, like, I think logically it'd be stuff like Gödel's theorems, which are like the bottom of what we can know about our own systems. And I think Stephen Wolfram might have, like, a complexity. Oh, I forgot what it's called. Like, at a certain
I'm
point,
building
things
Zerg.
become
I just built a Zergling building, by the way, in Dal's honor.
nice,
Here's,
overwhelmed,
Here comes your little Zerglings.
outnumbered,
We're gonna call
overwhelmed.
them Dal Zerglings. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them going along. They come out in pairs because they're so tiny. See, this one's Dao Tzu and this one's me. We're just buddies, having a conversation, running, running, running down the road. Nothing in our way. Looking for something to slash. Everything's fine. Life is good. We'll always be friends. We are never going to die. Oh, here comes a Marine and a Sentry and a Zealot. We're fucked. And that's existence, boys and girls. But yeah, what is reality, man?
I tend to think you can't put it in words, and that's the main point.
How about this? Reality is made of objects. Some objects can build metaphysical concepts. The end.
Yeah, but even objects is a metaphysical concept. The idea that there are separate things.
Objects themselves, but I'm talking when I say objects, I'm almost certain that there are objects outside our concepts for those objects. You know?
But they wouldn't exist as an object exists. They would exist as a part, as sort of a part, but sort of not a part of everything.
Are you kind of talking like if we saw fields, if we saw in fields?
Sure, however way you want, but almost like there's this thing we're seeing, and we're naming it, a bed, a chair, a table, my room, all this stuff.
Yeah.
But really, it's all the same thing, but it's not even the same thing because that's a concept. So they're not the same, and they're not separate because they're all. It's like the lines kind of blur.
Yeah, they're all in the quantum field, and if these things don't have light bouncing off them, is that kind of what you're getting at?
No, I guess I'm more getting at fundamentally they're all. I could phrase it in quantum fields. They're all quantum fields, so they're all interconnected with everything else. The wave function for my bed only collapses because the matter of the rest of the universe is around to collapse its wave function.
Yeah. So if you weren't allowed to give the answer of reality is indescribable,
and I think I would have this conversation because indescribable is a description.
Right. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's a description. So. So it is something.
So I'm still wrong. I'm still because even saying it's indescribable is a description, and so is wrong by my own point of view. And there's nothing I could say that wouldn't immediately contradict itself from my point of view.
So what about? And of course, I have to release my book. But what about? Why won't you join the cult of Pangburn and worship my state of potential theory, where we can just describe everything as a state of potential? You can describe minds that way. You can describe concepts that way. You can describe objective reality that way.
I guess I'd subscribe to it pragmatically. As long as it's useful, I like it. I think it's a decent framework to view everything in. I don't see anything wrong with it on
because I think it unifies art and the subjective world of art and the attempted objectivity of science. Like, I think it unifies these things. I think it unifies philosophy and science. And I think a grand unifying theory doing that maybe. Well, tune in next week.
Yeah, I think unifying philosophy and science should be a goal of ours.
Yeah, for
sure, because like we have panpsychists out there who use legitimate science to back up their claims, and so we do need this. But at the same time, I'm very I think we need to be really open. So and the war of ideas is a good framework for that to exist in.
Yeah.
And I do think potential is also, it's a good lens because it kind of marries. It's a good lens that you can realize that your point of view is just a potential. Like you're not even
Right.
looking at the actual. You're looking at one of these states of potential
Yeah.
of reality.
Yeah. And I actually dedicate a chapter to that. Like our sense making apparatus and the state of potential. The things that are born out of our sense making apparatus that make us feel very certain about things. And I use logic as an example, right? Because I talk to modern day philosophers who say, well, I'm certain logic is the logic absolutes. Like you can't have, uh, you know, un, married bachelors. You can't have, and they mean just conceptually, like you can't do it. Like you can't have. I want people to leave a small amount of ape humbleness in their philosophical outlooks, where they don't have to commit to such things. They can simply say, "Yeah, however they want to frame it." I say, I'm almost certain that the logical absolutes are absolute, but it's possible, what we think is so crystal clear and sound in logic is making a fundamental error. And I don't think there's any problem, and I think it's the most honest position to take with regards to these absolute claims, or with regards to the epistemological standard of truth, for knowledge.
I might even go a little bit farther. Like I tend to be harsh on the on the people who are saying that these logical laws are absolute,
Yeah.
because it literally means you're ignoring parts of philosophy. You're saying they carry no weight, or they can't do anything, even though that's object. Like there are systems of logic out there that ignore, like first of all, like encryption, decryption. That is all paraconsistent logic that does all of that work, and it pulls a huge weight in our society. There's mathematical problems that have been solved. Some parts of quantum physics aren't don't adhere to some laws of logic, although there's people usually working on straightening that out. But like there's just so much stuff out there that hints that at the very least they're not the only thing. You can consider them true, but they also might be not true, because there's other things that pragmatically can carry weight, do work, that don't adhere to them at all, or at least partially.
All right, I'm building a bug army here, guys. I got some queens coming out.
I keep having to shut off your YouTube stream because I can't mute you for some reason.
You can mute oh, you can't mute the YouTube stream? Oh, weird.
I've been trying, and it just like doesn't like me today.
Dang,
Sunspots. Do I have? Does my account have some sort of control over the YouTube? It says I can like edit stuff or something.
Oh, does it have a clip feature?
Yeah, like I can clip your YouTube.
Yeah. I think that's because it's because we're remonetized.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. All right, I need some more income here. It's a good turnaround. I got hydralisks spitting these spike things.
Are Are you the golden guys?
No, the golden guys are the other guys are Protoss. I'm the purple here. Yeah.
Yeah, you're forming that line.
Oh yeah. Now they just had to nuke, so we have 3 nukes left. They have 3 nukes left. Tie game. All of those Colossus are just
Protoss were always pretty cool too.
Yeah, Protoss are really good. They're
Love the.
yeah.
You need to build more pylons.
Yeah, you need to build more pylons. There was some other good thing. Oh yeah, Goliath Online. That was another thing I remember from the first Starcraft. Or from like the original Warcraft. Our town is under attack.
Something good. My favorite has to be from Crusader, I think it was called, and it was whenever you would run low on a material, it would tell you needed it. It would just be like, "Wood dated. You need more stone, my lord."
Oh yeah, I remember that. Okay, I remember that.
It was like Mace Starwalk narrating my game.
You need more wood. Okay. What has been the like if you had the hardest or the strangest philosophical idea to wrap your head around, or concept or theory or
Well, the idea of a true contradiction hurt my brain for a while.
right, such as
There's this idea of explosion, which is basically that if you don't adhere to the law of non-contradiction, you can basically make any statement true. And
right.
So like if I and I'm at the point now where I believe that when you say something, you kind of make a contradiction. So I kind of don't believe in the law of non-contradiction. So I at this point I'm like, yeah, if you, depending on your assumptions, you can say anything, and it can be true. It could also be false.
Yeah, and that's
just depending.
That's the exact reason I tell people, like, you don't have to claim things with absolute certainty. I know religious people disagree with me. They're like, oh, I am certain that my God exists. I'm certain that, Jesus is the Lord. But, I don't think we need to adhere to that standard.
Yeah, I think the atheists, a lot of the time, I'll get the same sort of pushback from them, where they're like, you have to, you can't even claim truth value without.
Yeah, and my thing has always been for religious people not to, like, I think this idea of extraordinary claims requires extraordinary evidence. I think really what's better to say is, like, just give us some proof to look at. Even if it's one proof. One thing that proves, a religious or supernatural claim. And I'm not saying, like, proves to an absolute certain standard. But the same thing I would look at to like, if someone's like, okay, this new species of fish exists. Where's your proof? Oh, okay, they have a paper on it and they documented it. It's like, okay, awesome. Or like, this new exoplanet exists. There's an alien moon base on the moon. Just give me some proof.
Really do need, because I think you can be wrong theologically. You can just be wrong. In the same way you can be wrong with your understanding of science.
Sure. Yeah.
Understanding of anything.
Yep.
So if you think the spirit realm is a separate thing that interacts with, like, you believe in spirits. You believe there are ghosts that interact from a plane that's not this one. You're not a monotheist. You're not like you're giving up half of your religion to for those ideas, and you don't know it because you're saying there's multiple planes. A lot of the time, anyway, not all the time, because
Right.
there's also panentheists out there who would say God is like separate from the universe,
Right.
but then like he's not all powerful anymore because he doesn't contain the power of the universe. That's just kind of out there. So this is where I like to meet religious people too. I like to get into the nitty gritty details of God and what it means. And I think the best place to go is like, why is your God a person? Why do you
Right.
make God a bearded man in the sky that grants wishes? How did you
Right.
get there?
Yeah.
And usually they didn't. Usually they just that's what they were told, and they
Yep.
assume they
Yep.
just that's what God means.
Yep.
And so I can make arguments as to why they are worshiping a false image
Yeah.
by just accepting that, and that's a sin, like one of the worst ones in a lot of
Yeah.
Western religions.
And if we look at cognitive science, like we already know that human beings, like, we have this tendency to see agency in things, right? And to build, cultures out of those agents that we make out of things. Various cultural narratives. Look at my dogs; they're running up. Oh, they're breaking in. I have these huge ultralisks with these giant blades. Oh, they're busting in. They are GGing. I cannot lose. I will not lose. I will not be denied. That is our a fourth or third victory in a row. We have not lost in a coon's age, as we say in my hometown village. Look at these dogs moving in, just slicing. Eating, slicing, destroying. Hey, what up, thoughtful lizard?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Well, we're just chilling out.
What are you talking about?
Oh, we were just bouncing around some philosophical ideas, talking about, what reality is.
Cultural narratives.
Cultural
Much of it.
narratives. I'm also playing a game at the same time, so if I pause, it's because things getting intense. What part of the world are you from, Lizard?
I am from Croatia.
Croatia. Okay. Did you grow up under a religion?
Yes, mostly, yeah. Under Catholicism.
Catholicism? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Are you still a practicing Catholic?
I wouldn't say I'm like practicing, but yeah, I think I intellectually believe in like the existence of God.
Interesting. What is? Can you describe some of those intuitions?
Uh, what do you like? How did I come to them, or?
Sure. Yeah.
Uh, well, it might be that I'm biased because I grew up in this sort of environment, but my dad is actually an atheist, and my mom is like a really hardcore Christian, so they're like worlds apart. And but growing up, I was always skeptical and doubtful of religion and Christianity, and I thought it wasn't. I thought it was stupid, honestly. But later, I realized that uh, the way we were taught religion was really stupid. Like there wasn't any logic to it. There wasn't no arguments to it. It was just stuff from the Bible says that God did this, God did that, and it never made any sense to me really. Uh, because it was really like reading a fairy tale. I just couldn't believe like miracles could be done, or like stuff like that.
Right. Thank
Uh,
you so much, Paul, for the $10 super chat. I really appreciate it. Sorry, Lizard, go ahead.
yeah, and basically my dad is very intellectual. He always asked the right questions, so I started asking the right questions, and you know kind of watched a lot of Richard Dawkins and who else? Well, mostly him actually. I think owning Christians and
Yeah.
yeah, other people who believed in any sort of religion. And it was in my teens, but and I really liked him and so on. But later I discovered, you probably heard of him. I don't know about William Lane Craig
Yep.
and some other Christian apologists who have also made quite a lot of sense. And I was kind of converted back to Christianity, let's say, but I'm not really a practicing Christian. I'm still open that God might not exist, if you could say that. Like,
Right. Yeah, you're
yeah,
you're open to the possibility that it's
yeah.
not the case. So, would you say you currently believe in the existence of God? And then we'll get into like what you mean by that. But would you say you currently do believe?
Yeah, intellectually, yeah, I believe
What
that.
does that mean? Can you clarify that? Like intellectually.
Well, I mean, I don't really practice it like
Right.
you
Okay.
you would you could say that I sin a lot.
Right.
But if you're going to base like sin on the basis of Christianity, but yeah, intellectually, like I mean, I don't think that the world. I just it's very simple for me. I just don't think that something could come out of anything. Out of nothing. Sorry, I just don't think that's possible.
Yeah, I
It's
think I mean I agree
Mhm.
with you. Something not coming out of nothing. So my fix on that, or my intuition points me towards this kind of, something like an infinite state of potential, where there's this kind of infinite macro time scale, space time scale, that always has been and always will be. Because when I look at this problem of the regression problem, like you're talking about, at what point is there nothing? I don't think, and again, I'm only almost certain of this, but I don't think nothing can exist, like absolute nothing. Of course, when we talk about pre Big Bang states, there's a whole lot of something going on. It's not nothing. If people mean by nothing no matter, no space, no time, as far as no matter, no space, no time, as in that stuff that's encapsulated in our closed system, in our universe, then sure, none of that stuff. But I think people, when they actually say nothing, they mean absolutely nothing. So we need to wrestle with that, and we need to say, okay, is absolutely nothing. Sure, we can create it as a concept, but I can also create a human with no brain and no heart walking around singing a song as a concept, which, that almost certainly cannot exist. So, yeah, you had something, Dal?
I was making a joke. I said, at least not for long.
No brain, no heart. How about Donald Trump? So yeah, I
But
do think so. So I guess what I was just to summarize, what I was pointing at is that where you say when you say, I don't see how something can come from nothing, I say, I agree with you. It goes against my ape logic for such a thing to happen. But I think in order not to put so much of our, this feeling that we need to apply agency to things, I think we can just simply describe something without giving it any extra characteristics as a state of potential. What is a state of potential? Simply any kind of state you could ever imagine that just has the potential for something to happen. That's all I mean by that.
Yeah, but that's all. I mean, that's still like potential. That's still something. It's like a state, on a
I'm saying
microtransistor.
I'm saying that would be what I would describe as that infinite plane until we're able to get more information. Because if you just adopt a God belief, you're adding this human agency, this human culture that was, we kind of have this drive to want to make gods like ourselves. When we get scared by the lightning flash and thunderclap that we hear going across, we say, oh, that's a big scary sound. We're going to create the big scary thunder and lightning god in our own image, right? I think it's a mistake to do this from a pursuit of truth perspective.
I think that's the difference between Christianity and other religions, polytheistic religions and such, because I mean, like you said, there's God of thunder, so we're gonna create Zeus or whatever, but those are man-made gods. They're made on the image because they saw something in the natural world. But I don't think there's any evidence that the Christian God was based off of anything in nature. At least I don't know of any.
Well, don't you think there are a lot of similarities between the Christian gods, between Yahweh and other gods that were created before Yahweh? I mean, Egyptian. We can look at Egyptian gods, Egyptian lore, right?
I don't know, honestly. I haven't been looking.
I suggest,
much into...
I suggest you do, because it might give you a bigger picture on that. Because a lot of people like to claim that the God that they believe in is special, right?
Yeah.
And then you say, well, that like the idea of the virgin birth, even the date and time, like, Christianity is kind of a mishmash of quite a few different myths that existed before it, and then of course one might believe that, like, oh, okay, Jesus was really the Son of God or God himself and walked the earth, and one might choose to believe all that or be convinced of it, but I think in the end it does require faith, and I think faith is something we should try to eliminate as opposed to embrace.
Faith, like you mean faith in religion or generally
faith in general? Like I don't have faith in anything. I do have, like, I hope certain things turn out the way I want them to. I will have a good body of evidence. Like someone will say, well, how do you know someone loves you? Don't you have to have faith that they love you? No, you don't. It's like you can rely on your sense-making apparatus and the concepts you build around that person and around love and love for that person, and think that they're pretty accurate based on the evidence of reality. And sometimes that stuff won't work out, or it'll fizzle away and die, and other times it'll be long-lasting. So
I tend to think of faith differently. I mean, maybe it's just because I'm thinking from a William Lane Craig type of perspective, but I always hear them talk about, like, sitting in a chair requires faith, because you have to have faith that the chair will be there when you sit down.
See,
and so I tend to take what they're saying is that faith is essentially the doubt that you cut away with Occam's razor. Like it's that little bit, and so you have. I think they're misunderstanding what they're saying. I think they have to have faith in the sense that it's always going to be, there's always going to be doubt, and so you have to have that faith to jump that doubt gap. But they seem to take it to mean like an argument where you have to have faith in it. Like I don't know. I just think they misrepresent their own view a lot of the time because they get mixed up what they're trying to do versus what they're actually saying. But I definitely think they view faith as this more like fundamental thing you have to move through the world, much less believing in God with.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think like we'll ever be able to fully eliminate fate. I mean, you
I do
always
think
have to.
Pangburn's right though. I think we should try. We should
I
have
think,
as little faith
yeah.
as possible.
I mean, I try to examine where and again, this is where people sometimes are working on different observations. But if someone wants to say the faith in God is the same as faith in the chair, I got huge problems with that.
Like
You don't just have faith without like you don't believe that the chair is going to be there and support you without evidence, right?
well, here's a way that I'd put it. Like you have faith that the chair is going to be there when you sit down.
No.
So you have faith. Well, hold on, because you have faith when you're looking at something that at some point in time is attached to realness, to reality, to truth. And so I think
don't
the
have
faith
faith
is
in
really.
I would say, not to be difficult, but I'm just saying, like, I don't have. I understand that my, assumption could be wrong, right?
Yeah, but I guess I'd have to go Jordan Peterson-y and be
Yeah.
like, but you still act on faith. You still act as though you have faith. If that makes sense.
See, but I think we can act without making without and I think we do actually. I think we actually we don't I don't think we engage in faith as much as people think. Like I think we just we're operating like under certain assumptions, like that the light's going to turn on when I go and turn it on. But again, I think that's based on the the consistent relation of reality, like, and the systems that are born out of that. I don't think it's because we simply have faith that it's going to work.
I guess I think faith is an old word that basically means that. It means that you predict an outcome.
Okay.
So you have faith in that.
So then I guess I would just ask you to describe, like, okay, then, but you understand, like, because people will say, see, we both have faith, and they won't realize that their faith is based on zero proof with regards to gods.
Yeah,
Whereas
you can almost,
the chair analogy, you have all the proof in the world.
yeah, we have very little faith is necessary to believe in the chair.
Yeah, and I
But
guess
a lot of faith.
I guess my thing is like maybe a better term for the religious is blind faith, but I still think it robs. Faith is robbed of its meaning almost, like it just, because it's not simply just like hope, right? It means something different. Well, but I guess I'm trying to figure out what the common the common usage.
I think unsubstantiated belief actually fits the bill because like there is a certain amount of unsubstantiated belief in the chair because it could be a brain in a vat or whatever. But obviously, there's a difference between a chair and not saying that all Christians believe this or anything, but like some of them believe there's a bearded man in the sky that grants wishes who they have a personal relationship with. And so obviously that requires a lot more faith
Sure.
than
I'm
than
gonna here. I'll try to explain this better. This is my actual definition of faith. The excuse we give for believing something when we have no good reason to give. So instead of giving the good reason why we believe the chair is going to support us, if someone was to ask them right before they sat down, why do you believe that chair is going to support us? They don't say, because I have faith. They say, well, I mean, I've sat down in this chair a whole bunch of times, or it's like, I'm very sure that this chair looks like it's going to work. It's not an excuse given where the faith I see being invoked, to support beliefs in things that have no proof, and what I would call, just bunk evidence. I really think it's just when you don't have a good reason to give, you just say like faith because feelings or whatever, or because I've been told I have to believe this.
I think there's different, like people have different levels that will take them to be convinced of something. I mean,
That's
some
true, definitely.
I believe that you guys exist, that Canada exists. I've seen it on the map. I've learned about it in school, but I mean, you could say it's not a good reason to believe it exists. So we could actually, go there and see if it actually exists. And I mean, you can even be more like go even more into details more than that. So I think what you said, like good reason, I think that's subjective for everyone.
Okay, well, I could say a reason outside of faith.
What do you mean?
Like if I say okay, well, why do you believe that Jesus Christ is Lord, or that Yahweh exists? Someone if someone's I'd be like, what are your reasons for believing this? And then they say, okay, well, I read it in Scripture, or it was taught to me from Scripture. And then I ask them, okay, well, who do you think wrote Scripture down? They'll say, okay, divinely inspired. I guess you could call them philosophers of the time. But then I ask, well, why do you trust that this was actually divinely inspired? And not just like their ideas that they were writing down. That's the part where they say, I just have to have faith in that part. Because they wouldn't be able to know, or they don't claim to be able to know whether it's divinely inspired or not. That's the part where they have to say, like, faith. I'm gonna name it. There we
go. But I am a very firm believer in like intuition. Like we humans have like deep intuitions of something. You can call it like knowledge. Like I don't have faith that Canada exists. I have deep intuition that Canada exists. Like it's almost synonymous with knowledge, in my opinion.
I would say you have access to nearly unlimited proofs and proof of Canada's existence.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I think I have as well when it comes to God's existence. I mean, I've watched and heard about a lot of near death experiences. Read, about some philosophy like Kalam, cosmological argument, uh, the moral argument. I did a lot of thought experiments, like it might sound twisted, but I actually imagined myself, taking up a AK-47 and shooting up a school, but I couldn't do it. So, in my thought experiment, I actually, started shaking
Mm-hmm.
when I started firing the rifle. It was so uh, so innately wrong, so morally reprehensible that if I did that, my conscience, which is totally other topic, would not leave me alone for the rest of my life. I would be tortured. Or, for example, if I killed my grandmother
Mm-hmm.
for money, and there so there would be no like pain for her. There would be only net positive for me and for everyone in the society. Why would I not kill my grandmother then, if I would just gain money? Like from an evolutionary standpoint, if she has done her like evolutionary duty, she reproduced and whatever. So me taking her life and taking her stuff would be like net positive. So, but I couldn't still do it because of some bond we have or some moral reason.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's hard to explain. It's like many stuff at once
But
that
under the right circumstances,
mhm.
just to talk about that specific example, some people haven't been able to stop themselves, right?
Yeah.
And why do you think that is?
uh I've listened to some and I know some Jordan Peterson haters are gonna check out now, but I've listened
Fuck them.
to I listened to I don't Jordan Peterson made a video like called "Message to All School Shooters,"
Mm,
and basically I remember him saying, I think it was the Columbine two kids who
right.
shooted the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically he said that they wrote a letter that life was meaningless and
Mm-hmm.
uh, everyone should die and burn, and there is nothing greater than us. I think he was like trying to say that they didn't believe in something greater than them, like God or some judge, like who will judge them for their actions. So yeah, I think people do this reprehensible stuff because they think they can get away with it. Like they
Mm.
think they are the highest moral law.
So, I mean, right off the bat, I have to ask you. Uh, then you believe that we have free will?
Yeah,
Ooh, yeah.
yeah, I do all that.
So
I
I'm a
believe all that stuff.
yeah, yeah. So I'm a determinist, right? So,
Mhm.
um, I think we kind of play in this cinema. We get to experience this as it unfolds before us, but I think due to the cause and effect nature of reality, at least the way we understand it so far, I think it points to that things are determined, even your thoughts.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
Bless you.
thanks. Yeah, and I and what does that mean? I guess it and how should this play into conversations like this? Because either way, we must act as though we do have free will. But even knowing this, what I'm interested in knowing is that if you found out that, if you came to the realization that this was determined and you came to believe this, do you think it would make that, killing your grandmother or shooting up a school, like, do you think it would make that easier? Because I'm not convinced that it would.
Well, personally, I think it would for me, because I know when I was, in my Richard Dawkins phase
Yeah.
and didn't believe in like God or anything greater, I was definitely like a worse person. Like I just thought, oh, who gives a shit? I'm just gonna do this bad stuff. So, I mean, God doesn't exist. I can do it for my pleasure, for my hedonistic pleasure, and I'll just live my life like this. There's no. Why would I, try to do something productive, like, I don't know, learn piano, which is, not really rewarding at first because it's hard and requires effort and energy,
Yeah.
when I could, just eat pizza and play video games and be a piece of shit all day. I mean,
Was
I
that
don't
was
like,
that a personal
no,
attack?
no,
No, I'm kidding. I'm just bugging.
because I still do that. That's why I said like I was an intellectual
I'm
believer.
totally just kidding.
Yeah.
I have heard of a study that cited that people that thought that didn't believe in free will, people that did not believe in free will were less honest.
Can you post that? I'd love to look at it.
I know, find it.
Either way, that's still not a reason to believe in free will.
Right.
But it might say somewhat, because I'm a compatibilist, so it might say something about the people who don't lack the language.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think I have any good reason like to believe. It's just a deep intuition, like I said. I'm not a scientist, I can't prove anything
Right.
like mathematically or whatever you define as proof, or like experimentally.
Yeah.
I mean these stuff that I'm talking about, but I just have deep intuitions that they're true. And if you have deep intuition that determinism is true, I mean, that's fine, but I'm not sure that
I
you
don't
do.
base it on intuition. I base it on what we've collected scientifically. Our endeavor to understand objective reality, the scientific endeavor, right?
Yeah.
That's what I base. When it comes to like questions of like what is going on in reality, that's where I look, and my understanding of physics points me in the direction that things are determined.
Well, could I just say that like Einstein, I don't think he thought in that very reasonable, rigorous scientific way. I think if you look at him and his work, I think you will find that his personality, his playfulness. And I remember when I was learning about physics. I think it was about relativity. Uh, Einstein was struck, like he was struck about some idea. He didn't arrive at it like logically. I mean, he did, but he later did that. First, I think he was like in a train or something, and he was noticing like relativity. How clocks would, I think, be slower, or I mean, would go faster in space or something like that. I'm not so sure, but he was struck about with that idea. He didn't arrive at it with an experiment with reason. he was first struck, and then he used reason to follow that intuition that he had, that little spark that came to his mind. So I think that on the highest level, like, firstly, that intuition comes, and then you follow it with reason, and then you arrive at conclusion and facts. And
Yeah, so the intuition is a good way to go about building a hypothesis, right? Would you agree
Yeah.
with that? Yeah,
Yeah.
because when like you talk about intuition as like kind of the justification for the model, for the belief, but I think it's just part of the first step, right?
Yeah,
Like if we're looking at our epistemological standard of truth, what we claim to know, I think intuition gives us like an idea to create a hypothesis, and then from there we must go, experiment and test, right?
yeah, you're right.
So, but it sounds to me like you're an intuitionist to the level of, like with God, that in itself, the intuition itself seems very strong to you.
Yeah, well, now that you put it that way, like, I have thought, I didn't think about per se, like, that intuitions could be wrong. I mean, the hypothesis, if you're gonna use the term synonymously, like, everyone could have a hypothesis and be wrong about it. So, yeah, I mean,
And that's my thing with gods. I think we've looked at the hypothesis. I think we've been able to demonstrate that for some human beings that, by the way, this is looking like another victory for the Pangburn squad on Starcraft tonight. Yeah, I think we've tested these hypotheses. We've been working with them forever. I think we can prove that some people find these things, believing in these things to be true on faith, to be helpful to them, and I think we can demonstrate that they are very helpful, or can be to some people. I think of the heroin addict who has used Christianity to get off heroin, and what an amazingly strong concept to be able to do that, to be able to to win that battle against your pleasure drive that's driving you towards something that's going to kill you. But then this concept overwhelms that drive and becomes the primary drive, even overcompensating for the addiction.
mm-hmm.
I think that's amazing, but I don't think it makes it true in the real sense, in reality. It makes the way Jordan Peterson talks about it. I think it makes it metaphorically true to the individual, in a few different, depending on, that's when things get really, really wild and complicated, when you start saying different versions of truth and what metaphorical truth means to the individual subject.
Yeah, the problem is I have it Jordan Peterson and other let's say scientists.
Mm-hmm.
I think is they all overcomplicate things. Like, I mean, yeah, sure, you can have different types of truth, but there is an absolute truth or there isn't. It's simple. And if there is an absolute truth, then that truth is the most important one, in my opinion. Would you agree?
Yeah, I want to believe as many true things and as few false things as possible. Basically, once something meets my epistemological standard of truth, which in a very colloquial way of putting it, I say if I'm almost certain of something, if something reaches that level, then that's typically enough for me to be able to claim it as knowledge. So I'm almost certain that gods don't exist, so I'm able to claim that gods don't exist. But then I always make sure I qualify that a little further, or clarify it by saying, but if we are speaking from the perspective of someone else's epistemological standard of truth, I'm happy to, and maybe that means that they have to be absolutely certain about something before they claim to know it. Then I would say, and this is like the reason why I'm saying this is when I talk to presuppositional apologists, they play that game where they can't claim anything to be true unless they know it with 100% certainty, and the only thing they can know with 100% certainty is God. They choose to presuppose that as being true. So, I haven't really been helping my team out as much as I should have during this. That means we're having an awesome conversation.
So, if do you think that if you were raised in a different environment, maybe where it was more traumatic, or you had more harsh life experiences, do you think you would have been as shaky in your thought experiment where you gunned down people?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I think I'd be like more resilient, definitely. If I was like abused or a psychopath or something like that, like I probably would not be, as affected by that thought experience as I had been. But those are like defects, I mean, as far as I know, I don't have any defects except for being extraordinarily lazy. But yeah, but like, I don't know if you have heard of David Wood. He's a Christian apologist on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
He makes like mostly anti-Islam videos.
Oh okay.
Yeah, but he was basically an like atheist, and he almost murdered his father with a hammer, and
Yikes.
ended up in a prison, and there he met some Christian apologist who was, like very smart, knew a lot about theology and philosophy, and they had like theological discussions daily. And David later converted to Christianity, and now he has, I think, 5 children with a wife, and they have been together for almost 20 years. So imagine the journey. Imagine first, like, he's a psychopath, so he can't feel any empathy, any remorse. Like, if he were to gun down people like I did in my thought experiment, he would feel, nothing.
Right.
And so it's just amazing to me that like a person like that could have a family with 5 children for over 15 years and still have defects, and he does it better than than most people who don't have any defects. But yeah, I mean, to answer your question also, I'll definitely like definitely not be shaky if I was like in harsh conditions, but I would maybe arrive at my conclusion uh, through a different method. Maybe something extreme, something more extreme would have to happen to me for me to be affected by it and
Like,
start.
I think what I'm alluding to is since like, I'm looking at this pastor, right, or pastor, this apologist, David Wood, like I don't know what David Wood's childhood was like, but he may have just been born a psychopath. And if that's the case, I mean, like you're saying that these are defects. They're not the norm, but like everyone has defects. So everyone is dealing with the ways in which they are not a part of the baseline, the norm. And I think it's those things that kind of make us different in who we are. So David was born a psychopath, perhaps, and he found Christianity, and that philosophy or religion is what allowed him to kind of function normally in society.
Yeah, that's kind of
But
what
he
I
was
was getting at
definitely,
with the heroin addict example. Yeah.
yeah, and the basically, yeah, he turned his life around, and without meeting that Christian person, it's not like he could have chosen to view things differently. So free will in that sense, I would say definitely, in the sense that I can just choose to be shaky in that thought experiment, to experience these things certain ways. I think that's definitely not true. But if you're saying something like I have the ability to as my person, like whether that's however I'm going to define it, make decisions, like I can choose between things, I can choose to do the right thing out of the options available to me. I think that's a different thing than saying I have the ability to completely recognize my moral unfoundings and reverse them, even though the whole reason I'm there in the first place is because of previous traumas and maybe ignorance. So, so I guess my point would be that free will might not exist in some senses, but I'm also not saying that there isn't any choice that we author. Like we should still punish people. We should still send people to jail. We
Sure.
should
Yeah.
still recognize when they're bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But definitely, like I don't think you chose to be shaky in your thought experiment any more than a person who shoots up a school could choose not to be in that mindset and situation that they ended up in that got them there.
Right.
Well, I mean, yeah, I like some things you can't choose, I think. Uh, like if I bring myself into, you know, if I go on ph.com, I will automatically bring myself into a situation where I will become, lustful. And if I continue doing that, I will become more lustful, and eventually I will bust a nut and feel sorry for myself. But if I don't do that, like if I don't go down the rabbit hole, I can avoid the final outcome. So I think I think there's choice in that I wouldn't say like we are 100% free. I think if you have an intention, like you have a good or bad intention, and you follow, per se, let's say the bad intention, then it's like a tree, a decision tree in a computer program or video game. Then you have another bad or good intention, or choice. Then you go down the rabbit hole, down the bad, 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 and it becomes much harder to come back. I mean, yeah, it's kind of my philosophy of how free will works. Or yeah,
If we were to stare into a quote unquote good side of the tree, you would look at like the people committing bad actions as like abhorrent. You'd probably not understand them if you didn't understand the nature this crazy decision tree, because I can end up on this branch where if I'm looking at this branch beneath me, I'm like you're killing people, you're I don't know, eating meat, you're doing whatever the thing is that I find absolutely abhorrent, and it's because I have these stacked previous small decisions that add up, but I didn't chose where I start either. Like maybe I started with vegan parents who told me that killing an animal is it's just like killing a person or whatever. And so like we all start somewhere in the tree of life, and we all end up on some other branch, judging all the other branches.
All right, guys, we did like a dog hold with these ultras, and we are pounding towards the gate. It looks like another victory. Damn.
Look at this gamer.
Clean house team.
Or
Is it another Zerg victory?
this one was Terran. I actually went human on this one.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Humanity.
Well,
You
this
got
is
like
rough.
2 FPS going on there.
Half an FPS.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Pangburn Gaming hasn't invested in their PC equipment.
I'm actually running it at not too high level right now, just to give it the best for streaming. But I don't know. I'm still learning a lot more about that, or trying to learn.
Are you using OBS?
I am, yeah.
Or
Thoughtful. You should consider hosting a couple talks on the Discord. That'd be awesome.
oh, I don't think I have enough knowledge to do that.
Oh, I do. I think you could run an awesome discussion.
Did you say you took physics?
What's that?
Did you say you took physics courses or something?
Yeah.
Oh
dude.
no, when I was just in like primary school, and I was
see.
pretty interested. I mean, I learned it at college as well, a bit more like advanced, but we didn't have much physics course because I studied like computer programming and stuff like that. So we don't focus that much on physics.
Well, you probably have some cool ideas about AI, right? What it's capable of, what it isn't. Probably do something like that.
Not really, no.
No? Okay, yeah. Fair
no,
enough.
no. I'm not
Dal
really.
and
I'm
I-
not really.
Dal and I
like
are
that
sitting here
smart.
trying to pump Lizard's tires, but he's just shutting us down.
I mean, I don't think I know about it enough.
Yeah.
Like
I like
We
your.
didn't-
I really like your discussion, your conversation style. Like you're very like You sound like someone who has a clarified mind, and that's really refreshing.
yes, I'm enlightened.
Enlightenment now because you read Steven Pinker's book.
I have achieved post-nut clarity.
Yes.
But yeah, we had a course, an AI course on my college where we programmed. We had a project where we had to make like a AI-based ship detection software. So like from Google Images. So the software would have to detect the ships in the sea and draw a bounding box around them and output how many ships it detected. And yeah, basically we learned about neural networks and machine learning, and like we did that in Python. And let me say I like understood like jack shit for what was going on. Like we I think like coders are really dumb. We don't really understand so much of the underlying math that comes with it. So you basically just do your code. You create a function that does this, but how does it do it? I don't know. And yeah, it basically uses like neural networks to achieve the artificial intelligence, but we're still like not sure how it does it. We get like basic introduction into the artificial intelligence, and that's it. So I think like to understand the artificial intelligence, I think it's important to like understand the underlying math behind it. That's kind of like really really difficult.
I think one of my teammates just left us.
I'm gonna build more pylons, I guess.
Oh, by the way, I'm the MLG frog from the
Oh,
YouTube
you are?
comment.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah, right on.
yeah. I watched your like debates with all the famous people you
Oh,
have.
yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I love them. So
Cool.
yeah.
Yep. Well, there's more coming up, so you can look forward to seeing some more. Did you watch Dillahunty and Dinesh D'Souza?
No.
Oh, you should watch that one. That's
Is
a
it
really
good, huh?
good. Yeah, that one's a really good conversation. Yeah. Very
Yeah,
exciting.
I watched the Peterson and Dillahunty.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was wild. Electric.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, another one I just reposted today was Matt Dillahunty and James Randi in conversation. It was very good.
Oh yeah,
It's a fun
I
time.
watched it. I think yeah.
Yeah. This is kind of when, before Matt, like, people who disagree with Matt politically or morally on something, like, he just kind of throws them away. Like if Richard Dawkins disagrees on like something to do with like trans issues or the education system, like Matt will say like, just fucking retire. It's like, you're through, like the kind of stuff that Matt, the way Matt treats others, like, I think is quite immoral in some circumstances. I think Matt's a pretty good guy. I've spent a fair amount of time with him. But yeah.
I think he's good as long as you agree with him.
Yeah, I mean that that is part of it. Matt's changed a lot in that sense in the past couple of years here.
He's a firebrand atheist preacher. That guy.
Yeah, he's firebrand. Definitely. The celebrity atheist types, I mean.
Good. Peterson couldn't get through like
He was
his
so-
conversation with.
He was so
So
triggered that night. That's the most triggered Jordan's ever been. That
Yeah,
entire
I
night.
saw it coming too. Like
Yeah.
after the Sam Harris one, I was going in to watch that one, and I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, because I was more familiar with Matt Dillahunty than Sam Harris, and so I'm
Right.
like, Peterson's just gonna get squid. It's not gonna take 4 hours. It's gonna be 10 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, my hero got frozen. Yeah. I lost one. Did everyone else stop fighting? Oh yeah, red did leave, didn't they? Yeah, that's why we're losing. Fuck. Actually, folks, we might lose this one. Damn.
Built more
I
pylons.
can't really yeah. We'll need additional pylons. Oh, I got the nuke off, but he died. Why am I still trying? There's no way we can win this. Two of our players.
Have you played any of you XCOM or heard of it?
XCOM, I've heard of it. I've never played it. What's that one all about?
It's a turn-based strategy game.
Okay.
It's like based on in the future. So you got like you basically have your characters that you upgrade and build, and in the game you manage them against the enemy, and it's turn-based, and it's really hard. Like I played it on rookie difficulty for the first time and got my ass handed to me, but later I have come back somehow.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's like really, really hard. Like you really have to think about your actions. So I highly recommend if you enjoy a strategy.
Cool. Yeah, I'll have to try it.
I've only heard good things about XCOM.
This is so funny. They didn't quite make it to the 65. They didn't quite kill us before the 65-minute mark, and now it has to do like a reboot thing. Fail. Might as well resign, though, because this one is... We can't win at this point. Damn.
Playing Jump Force.
Trump Force.
No, not Trump Force. Trying to get us canceled. Don't say that. Okay.
Trump Force. It'll be the greatest.
The greatest force history will ever know.
Anyone will ever know. Can you imagine a conversation?
I build great forces. Ask anyone, they'll tell you.
Sometimes for fun, I just imagine like conversations that we could set up for Nivik with famous people. Like Nivik and Trump would be amazing. I bet if Nivik had a conversation with Lawrence Krauss would definitely tap out. He would rage quit.
Yeah, honestly, I think Trump would too after a little bit. I think most people would rage quit on him.
Yeah,
Nivik would form a nasty opinion of them based on their rage quit.
Oh yeah. Like, no man, I'm not of the other. No, yeah, everyone, anyone who comes across this video, we're just talking about Nivik. If you guys don't know who we're talking about, come into the Discord server, get to know Nivik and other people.
Quite the personality.
Yeah. We have a lot of personality in this Discord server. But yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream there. People on YouTube, thanks for stopping by. That was fun. I wanted to give some of you an opportunity who may not be able to watch during our daily stream. So, and thanks so much to Paul Kapow for his $10 super chat. Said, like this conversation that you and Daotsu are having about forms of logic in the East and West. I'd love to join in next time. Thanks for the stream. Zergs unite. Oh, you're a Zerg fan? You can take your $10 and shove it. No, I'm kidding. Zerg is cool. It's a good faction. I think Protoss is probably my best race in Starcraft. Travis Pangburn's racist.
Oh shit! I wasn't playing my game this whole time.
All right, we'll see you guys. Let art and science inspire. And sweet dreams.